Hello there, listeners. Welcome to the Bullpen podcast. Now, before we get started, I'd just like to quickly talk about Buzzsprout. So, over the years, myself and Jamie have worked incredibly hard and refined the Bullpen podcast into the stylish cultural phenomenon that it is today. But none of this would have been possible without Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout as a platform allows us to upload our finished work and host it on major services such as Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes and more. Simply put, without Buzzsprout, we would not have reached as many ears as we have. Once you sign up to Buzzsprout, you immediately get access to several hours worth of upload allowance a month, as well as an easy to navigate website and analytical data of every aspect of your podcast and all its listeners. If you sign up using our link in the podcast description, you'll find information on how to sign up and grab a $25 Amazon voucher courtesy of Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest way to get your podcast off the ground. Join over 100,000 podcasters getting their voices heard and sign up using our link today.
Can I help? What are you doing there then? You have some attention. You upstairs? Come on. No?
Absolutely not.
Don't talk down, David. Look at that simple word that everyone uses.
Okay. Hola! And welcome to the
Oh, we're on?
Bullpen.
We are on.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're on. The light is on.
Yeah.
But absolutely
But
nobody's at
No
home.
one's home. Just like Avril Lavigne said, nobody's home.
Nobody's home.
No.
No.
But did she say that?
She sang it
Okay.
in a song.
There's a slight difference there, isn't there?
No one was home.
No,
She was right.
Yeah.
No one listened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
So we are a baseball podcast.
Yeah. So we talk about everything that isn't.
Yeah, I mean you know who we are by now.
Yeah.
This is episode 14 now.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Podcast veterans at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we get
Seasoned, I
our
would
Cooper
say.
Star
Seasoned.
badge, don't we? So,
Yeah.
I'd
The
say
behaviour badge.
yeah.
Lollipop.
I doubt it could be.
good behaviour.
I'm sure the books can be fiddled.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why we don't get the good behaviour.
That's why we hire
We're not-
specific people
yeah,
to,
we're not
to,
fiddling
to do
books.
that.
No. We get our cameraman to do that.
They're the people that get our books fiddled.
Yeah.
Simple.
I'll walk past the account on the way here. Who is? She seems new.
I forgot her name.
Estelle.
Estelle, yeah. Yeah, I can't see her last name very long. Lovely girl,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Just too good for us.
very too good at her job.
Yeah.
That's not what we want.
No.
We want brain camera
Which is actually doing things right is when we've got it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I live by it.
So once our tax returns get out, then
Yeah, we're shot.
this whole empire. Anyway, so
Literally shot.
hello.
Playing.
Hello.
Bonsoir.
So we talk about some baseball.
Shall we?
Do we have to?
What do we know? Anything happening in the world of baseball?
We know that.
How the Red Sox.
I was going to start with the Marlins because they're the greatest team of all time ever.
I thought we were
Absolutely.
going to say the best till last.
Just doing bits.
Let's get the team that are too good out of the way. and then
Okay
we'll
then.
talk about
The
it.
Washington Nationals.
Yeah. I've got a soft spot for the Nationals.
Yeah?
Yeah. Don't know why. Just
Is it because the curly whirly logo
probably
entices you in?
it does. And I need a National League team, don't I? That aren't very good. Because I mean, you two both do that.
Absolutely bossing
When we do it good.
our division, yeah.
Yeah, but the Giants are great at being mediocre.
Mm.
I mean, you
Yeah.
look at National League West, though, it's not out of the blue yet in terms of difference between top and bottom. 7.5 games back. Well, you look at the American League West, 5.5 games back are the Angels.
Yeah, that's quite.
And the A's.
I mean, when did you print this out, Mr.
About
Mr.
2
R?
hours ago.
So I don't know if that's included the results
Tonight.
that we just had.
This eve.
We beat the Tigers. haven't we?
Okay. Why don't you ask the Alexa what the their record is.
Alexa, what happened in the Angels and Tigers game?
The Los Angeles Angels are currently beating the Detroit Tigers 6-0 at the bottom of the fourth. Nico Goodrum is currently at bat for the Detroit Tigers. Did that answer your question?
I can vouch for that.
Certainly did, Alexa. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your feedback.
She's a sultry goddess.
That was Estelle, our receptionist.
She also goes by the name of Alexa.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
No, that could be a weekend name.
Strange upbringing, I think.
Yeah.
So hey now, what do you think about the Marlins this season?
I think I'm just going to roll with it.
Some might say that they're actually a very good baseball team.
Yeah, but they cast no shadow. So
Oh dear me.
But we'll just roll with it.
yeah.
In case you don't know what's going on.
Sigrid Bingo is into its third incarnation.
We can't still call it that.
No, we can't still call it.
We are calling it
Sigrid
Sigrid Bingo
Okay.
because that's the original name.
Okay,
So
but what is the album in question this week?
It is not definitely maybe, but it is What's the Story?
Morning Glory.
Yeah, by the Britpop band.
Yeah.
One of the best ever.
Mm-hmm.
Top three.
Can we? They weren't Britpop, though, were they?
No, well,
They were.
they were in the Britpop era.
Yeah, but they were.
Yeah, they were in the Britpop era.
very
Definitely.
close to being a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
I think if you asked Oasis what they would rather be called, I think they would say rock and roll band.
Yeah.
Rather than Britpop, I think.
Yeah.
Blur had that coming, didn't they? Blur,
Yeah.
Pulp, and
Suede.
Suede.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although they were on the rock fence, weren't they?
Yeah. That's got to be some fence to be on.
Mm.
It's better than a Wonderwall, I guess.
Oh dear.
I mean, that's shameful. That is honestly,
That's
honestly,
As
that
soon
is.
as you went to fence, I had to go through a wall, didn't I? Yeah. We are going to build this wall, and we're going to make David pay for it.
Well, that's true.
Mm.
We can all afford a wall, can't we? Let's be honest,
Yeah.
on our esteemed
Yeah.
wealth.
That's why we're making you pay for it.
Well, if I pay for it, we all pay for it.
Well, it's
Yeah, it's
tax reasons you want to
cumulative.
pay for it.
We're all in this
I don't
together.
like that word tax, if I'm honest.
It is quite taxing.
No one needs to know how much I pay. Thank you very much.
You don't.
Or how much you don't pay.
Fingers on lips, everyone. We've said too much.
Fingers on lips.
Lips on fingers.
So, the Red Sox, Ravage, we know they've had a shit start.
Yeah.
But they seem to be
They're picking up
on the
here.
up.
Are they turning a corner, would you say?
I mean, would you say that,
They've won eight of the last 10.
let's say if you were in a room with Red Sox fans at the start of the season, after 10 games, very shaky start,
Yeah.
would you say to them, look guys, don't look back in anger. The only way is forward.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
But yeah.
Third place?
Yeah, 3 games behind the Yankees, and then that's 2 more behind the Rays.
Does seem that the Rays have hit a bit of a slump, haven't they, after such a really good start?
Yeah, I think we kind of cursed them a little bit.
Did you?
Didn't we? I think we mentioned them on the last episode. I think
Maybe, yeah.
I think they had
Yeah,
like won something like 6 in a row, I think, at that time. And
Well, the last 10's still the same as the Yankees, so...
Yeah, 6-4. Sox 8-2. I mean, that's a
it's not bad.
decent record, isn't it?
No, very.
Can't see many, although the Cubs are on a 9-1 record, as of printage.
Yes.
So,
It's not bad.
although close league, to be fair, the Central League.
Yeah, it is.
Cubs and Cardinals only a game and a half between them all. So,
And even the Pittsburgh Pirates 3.5 behind them. So it's a very very sort of even division at the minute.
I mean, when do we do predictions, do you reckon? Because we're quite late in the season now. Should we wait until after about 100 games?
I reckon we wait until the day after the last game of the World Series.
Could be quite on the bottom of that one.
Yeah.
You might hit something there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get it wrong enough.
And if you do,
Yeah.
Then,
you're just fired. Yeah. It was nice knowing you, Tom.
what about your
Likewise.
team, the Giants, the big boys?
What
San
do you want to
Fran.
know?
What's your opinion of their
My opinions.
season so far?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the pitching's not great, let's be fair. Pitching's not great at all. Currently 16 and 20. Yeah, 16 and 20. Last night's game got postponed.
Due to the bad pitch.
I think it was a waterlogged pitch, I think it was.
Mm.
The game before that, they won 14-4. Game before that, they lost 12-4.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a very literally up and down season so far.
Mm.
They're sort of propping up the NL West at the minute, along with the Rockies. I think that's not. I won't say we're too far out of that. To be
No, he's still in touching distance.
You say 7.5 games. I mean, yeah, it is a lot to make up, but
I mean, the three teams in the middle of that division, and the Diamondbacks are all on a 5-5 record.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So
So no one's really on a bit
no,
of a momentum.
no
are
one
they?
in that
Hey,
division.
it's only May.
Yeah.
No one in that division. I mean, the Dodgers are sort of. They are a little bit ahead of everybody else, but the other four, they're like,
Mm. We have
Very
recently had a series against the Dodgers, and the two games that they beat us, out of three, I think we played 3 or 4, possibly 4. The two games that they won, we took a lead into the 9th inning and still lost.
wow,
It's been that kind of season.
yeah,
But
it's a strange one.
I'll take this season over last season any day.
Yeah.
Progress is progress, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The Giants have been taking teams long, haven't they? So there is that.
We've been, yeah. We were. I think we were 6-0 down in the third at one point. And we came back to win 12-11. I think we had a walk off run in the 9th, which was totally out of the blue, really out of the blue.
And wasn't it your team that was it the 14 inning game, 15 inning game, whatever it was?
Yes, I think it was against the Reds. I think it was.
So, and then you played again the same night, and
Yeah, lost.
yeah,
Yeah, they can't
Had
get a run
pitchers
together.
left, I guess.
Sorry.
Had no pitchers left
no,
at that stage.
Yeah.
you'll have the Quagmire arm,
Yeah.
just throwing balls all around.
Yeah, but like I say, any team in that division can't seem to get a run together. Like you said, the three teams in the middle are 5-5. We're 4-6. Dodgers 7-3. There's no one really grasping it and sort of like going on like a 4 or 5 game run
No,
to try and pull some games back.
You must, yeah. If you're a Cubs fan, you think great 9-1, but then the Brewers aren't far behind with 8-2.
8-2, yeah, pushing them all the way.
No.
As we know, the wild card, very important to get as many wins on as possible, even if you're not going to finish first. You're always guaranteed if you get enough wins to be one of the wild card picks.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a league where there are two well-defined teams,
Yeah.
such as Cubs and Brewers.
Yeah.
Although, like I say, Cardinals only a game back behind those two, so.
Yeah.
Rangers coping pretty well with that big sexy. Didn't see that one coming.
He's still a free agent. No one's picked him up, has
I think we mentioned it last time, didn't we?
I mean, they've struggled to pick him up because he's a big, a big guy.
He's a unit.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
I still remember his first ever home run, and the look on his face as he's basically walking around the bases.
40 minutes to get round.
Yeah, and the look on his face as if to say, "Yeah, I've just hit a home run, bitch, big sexy,
Big sexy.
what a man, what a man."
We'd
But
love
yeah,
to get him as a guest.
he's still an unrestricted free agent. I think
Mm.
nobody wants him.
I just think for novelty's sake,
Yeah,
someone's going to snap him.
we'll have him.
Just for like
Yeah.
a couple of games. Just
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely have
For
him.
the Bullpen baseball team, will enter the British National League.
Yeah, pitching
We've
coach.
got such a beautiful stadium outside.
Pitching
Yeah.
coach.
There just isn't.
They said build it and they will come. And no
Have they come?
No.
Well, no, they have not come. Bless him.
There's more chance of a champagne supernova happening.
Well, you had to get it in somehow.
I did, didn't I?
That's also what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's electric.
I don't really want to count that one.
Tough.
It's just cheating. Cheater's way
Tough.
out.
No, you
If
said
you were a
she-
Japanese man and a samurai, you should just stab yourself right now.
Well, no.
Die in honour, son.
No way. I'm going out and do something.
Kamikaze.
Yeah. dishonour is the way to go out.
Oh, dishonour, that honour.
Yeah.
Why did Kamikaze pilots wear seatbelts? That's not a joke.
Why
It's a genuine question.
And crash helmets.
Yeah, and crash helmets. Why?
Oh.
Why? Anyway,
Moving
on that bombshell,
Taylor swiftly on.
There's the episode title.
well,
Oh, dear.
Well, I think that's it. We'll see you next week.
Well, you're not leaving just yet. I've got another game for you.
got a game for us. Okay.
My
Let me take
ever-growing repertoire of games.
Let me take a
It's a
drink.
lager and a zonky.
A what?
Okay.
A zonky.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final.
Okay. So I'm just tell you the question first.
Please.
I'm going to give you 4 items,
Okay.
and in order of length,
Length. Jamie,
tell me he's 5th out of these 4 choices.
Cool.
So, order of longest to shortest.
Okay.
Please riddle me these 4 options. By the way, the name of the game is the really good bullpen length game.
Okay.
So, there you
Okay.
go. Put that on top of your scribbling.
Right.
Right. The White House height. By the way, all these in metres. Sorry.
Okay.
Height of the White House.
Which White House?
The one in America.
Okay. On Pennsylvania Avenue.
That's the one.
Okay.
The Concorde.
What the
former.
Former
the
airline.
place in
Supersonic.
France, or
Yes, the length of that entire town.
yeah, or
So you're talking the length
From
of
nose to back.
Nose to back. Okay.
Yeah.
And the height. You're talking.
No, here's the thing. So, longest to shortest. So, the height of the White House. So, all this. So, you want the longest in length
Okay.
in metres.
Right. I get you. Okay.
So, imagine like the White House. Then imagine the Concorde stood on its.
Get you. Get you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Should have been
hind
more
legs.
specific.
Yeah. Specific.
A female blue whale.
Female blue.
Tail to nose.
Okay.
And the 4th one, the Angel of the North.
Hawaii man.
I've
From
seen
feet to head. So,
that. So the angle of the north.
longest to shortest, please.
So what's the end of the north? From the foot to
Feet to head.
feet to head.
Mhm.
Okay.
This is a lot closer than the last few we've had.
Okay.
So are we going? I don't know, shortest first?
Go shortest first, then, if
Yeah.
you want. Yeah, if you want to go first.
Oh dear. Okay. I think.
Silences fell upon the
Yeah,
bullpen auditorium.
you can hear cogs ticking
You
away.
can hear Estelle typing away.
Hmm.
I'm going to prove it then.
Okay, Rabbit first then.
So angle of the north, followed by Concorde, followed by the Blue Whale, followed by the White House.
Was that shortest to...
Shortest to longest.
Yeah, one in the
Okay.
right place.
Okay. So the shortest, I'm going to go with the White House. Blue Whale. Angel of the North, Concorde.
I mean, no, but you're very close.
Very close.
As in, the first 3, there's 5 metres between them.
Wow. 5 metres.
So,
In terms of them.
so them 3, you had them, not in the right order, but they were the first 3 out.
So I went for White House.
You went White House, Whale, Angel of the North, Concorde, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So from shortest to longest, Angel of the North, 20 metres. White House, 21 metres.
Wow.
Blue Whale, female Blue Whale, I should say, 25.
Wow.
Concorde, 62.
Wow. Okay. I didn't think it was that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on.
Did we all have fun?
We did.
No. And I'm the only one that actually got the monument that's closest to the football team of your heart right.
Yeah, that was one you got right, yeah.
Yep.
Tough one, that one, wasn't
Very
it?
tough.
Yeah.
Very tough.
I did start with Empire State Building.
Yeah, but
And that was about 400 metres from from base to the tippy top.
Okay.
The tippy top.
So enjoyed that one.
I did.
The bullpen, really good bullpen.
Trivia.
Whatever I called it last time.
The thing.
A hearty thumbs up and smile from Rammers there.
Whatever you say, David. Whatever you say.
David.
I just said what I meant.
She knew that.
What are we all drinking tonight, gentlemen's?
Beer.
Okay. A beer. What specific beer are you drinking, Mr. Roman?
There's an Etienne.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lager.
From Aldi.
What was he
I
the
believe.
saint of? Or her?
Something.
I believe it was, yeah.
It's an Audi's
Division. I see some furious typing on the.
Yes.
phone.
Not as quickly.
Quickly searching
It's the Saint bands.
Bands?
Yeah.
bands.
Because there's the band Saint Etienne.
Bees?
Saint Etienne is a band.
Okay.
No idea.
You've never heard of Saint Etienne?
I have not,
I've
no.
heard of Santa
They're
the
a
actual
Britpop
city.
band.
Okay.
They're from the 90s.
Okay.
So from the good old days.
I've never heard of them.
I'm going to have to pass on that one, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I'm drinking another Aldi brand, Alska Nordic Berry Cider.
Oof.
Actually, very, very nice. Such a lovely beverage.
Oh, it tells you all you need to know, doesn't it?
Yeah, I am a cider drinker, to be fair. I much prefer cider to actual beer
You are.
/ lager. Cider drinker.
I am on a glass of creme caramel, which is also from Aldi. And it's... What did I say? It was vanilla.
Amaretto.
It looks like amaretto, but it's more of a marshmallowy sugar type
Okay.
of taste.
And what are you
Very,
drinking?
very sweet.
What are you drinking that with?
Neat.
Neat?
Yes, neat. It's only 10 or 12%. It's just not. It's not to get me shit faced.
No rocks?
Not like the nonsense you gave me that on recording.
Yes.
The Uzo.
Yes, I knew you'd like that. I knew you'd appreciate that.
Yeah, not too many of those, please.
No,
I
absolutely
am British. And I'm drinking this out of a glass that I procured from Germany.
Okay.
From a particular bar. And what they do in Germany, they don't serve halves. They serve, well, it's, what is this, 200 litres, I think it is.
Yeah, they serve Steiners as well.
Yeah, so you got the 2 pinters,
Yeah.
or 2.5 pinters. Then you can get a regular pint, you get one of these little funky numbers.
It's nice, that.
And so after a couple of drinks at this particular bar, I asked the barmaid, can I steal this? She says, no, but you can pay for it. I did.
It's a very nice glass, that.
Yeah,
very nice.
very funky.
Well, St Etienne is also known as St Stephen.
Okay.
And St Stephen's Day is like 26th or 27th of December.
Who was St. Stephen then?
He was a dude.
Saint of Biscuits. Saint of...
Here is a
Patron
master-
saint of mince pies.
He's the patron saint of deacons,
Who?
pavers, and Serbia.
Candlestick Ravers.
Yeah.
Deacons, pavers, and Serbia.
Deacons, pavers, and Serbia.
Has he just pulled 3 items out of a hat?
I think so.
One of them being a country.
I mean, to be
I'll take this.
Yeah.
his Saint's Day isn't it Christmas, so I'm sure he probably went to some sort of Christmas fete and just picked out 3 things.
Is that Stephen with a V or PH?
PH.
PH.
Steve with an S.
Yeah.
You boys.
Some days I don't like you.
What about those other days though?
I despise you.
He really, really dislikes you.
Dear me. What do we think to the drama in the football then? It's just been
Didn't see any of it.
Shenanigans.
You've heard of it,
Absolute
sure, haven't you?
shenanigans.
I've heard of it.
You've heard of
The
the
best-
what's going on.
The best thing about it is that I've got BT Sport and I didn't realise that any of it was
And
on.
I haven't got
Yeah.
BT
Were
Sport.
both games on BT Sport then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Champions League is on BT Sport now.
Oh well.
To be fair, I was at hockey practice most of last night, so
Okay.
I've got no excuse.
How much practice is too much practice?
About 4 hours.
That's too much practice.
Where are you on that?
I did an hour last night.
Okay.
Would you say an hour is acceptable practice?
Yeah. There were times last night when I actually looked like I knew what I was doing. It was completely coincidental.
And then the game started.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had some good touches.
Mm.
One helped.
And then you were guided out of their changing room and asked to go in the men's.
And then you were told, Jamie, we're shooting this way.
Yeah.
Sticks upside down.
What position do you play, Jamie?
I play it as a forward at the moment, but I play pretty much everywhere apart from in goal.
So you're a jack of all trades.
Yes, definitely not a master.
You're a bit like the James Milner of the hockey world.
But even more boring.
Even more
The Soul Bamba. No, what was his name? Christopher Samba.
Christopher Samba, yeah.
Yeah.
Play anywhere.
Literally anywhere.
Yeah.
The Alan Smith of hockey.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I like to think of myself
Phil
as the Chris Sutton because I
The
played
utility man.
it in defence and out front. So the Chris Sutton.
Where do you prefer playing?
I don't really have a preference. Everybody likes scoring goals though.
Of course I do, yeah.
So, yeah.
See, I like the assists.
Yeah.
Unless you're Hosselu.
Hates scoring, apparently.
Doesn't like scoring goals.
Despises it from the looks
Yeah.
of his play.
Bless him.
And coincidence it is not that since he's been out of the team,
For scoring.
we've been climbing up the table and
Yeah.
winning games. So
Yeah. If you thought about playing football as well.
have I?
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Because they're climbing up the table, they might as well play some football.
Might as well, yeah.
Mm.
It's a big table though.
Yeah.
20 teams.
Well, next year there's room for Norwich, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move along.
Yeah.
Move along.
Champions.
I'll happily go back to Carrow Road. It's a nice stadium.
It's a very nice stadium.
It's not too far away either, actually.
Well, there's
There's a morning train there, isn't there? First thing.
Yeah, 7 o'clock-ish.
I went there
Yeah.
I think 2 years ago. Valentine's Day was when Norwich played Newcastle.
Nice.
And they drew 2-2. So I treated myself to a nice Valentine's Day
G2.
in Norwich.
With Desmond.
Yeah.
It was Desmond, yeah.
Um,
We scored very early. Then I think you scored 2 and we scored in the 85th, I do believe.
probably. I've
Something
been
like
asleep
that.
since.
Was that the return of the 6-2 fixture?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was at that game.
Might have can't be because that was the season we got relegated. Would have been
Oh,
championship
you
game.
mean the 4-3 game, sorry.
Yeah, would have been a championship game. Then.
The 4-3, yeah.
Yeah. That's some good games with Norwich.
Yeah.
He is.
Just Denver Bar.
What a player he was.
Yeah.
You see the interview with him where he talks about his obsession with strawberry syrup.
Yeah.
What an interview.
Oh,
I do recall it from a couple of years ago.
Brilliant.
one of the Norwich
His
players.
favourite thing about being in the UK or something, isn't it?
It's,
Oh,
I love syrup.
I
And
love
the interviewer was like, sorry? Syrup?
I love syrup.
Like, what, you just drink it? He said, yeah, I just put it in water and just drink it. Every day.
The man is just
The
an enigma, isn't
interviewer
he?
was like, can't believe what he's saying.
Right, and now Hernandez, the Norwich player, loves something a bit more bizarre than strawberry syrup.
He likes to fondle.
No, he loves Argos.
Oh,
Argos.
I thought you were about to say
Yes, I've heard. Well, that was in the matchday programme.
Who
wasn't it?
loves
Yeah.
Argos.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's his favourite thing about living in Norwich?
Yeah.
Argos.
You can get everything from there.
That says a lot about Norwich.
There's this quote, something like, you walk in, you look in the book, and there's everything in there that you need.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
It's like the Bill Bailey sketch, isn't it? The magical glossed book of wonder or something. The laminated book of wonder.
Oh, dear.
And now they've kind of moved into Sainsbury's. There's all across the
Merged,
country.
didn't they? Yeah.
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 And then Sainsbury's in turn tried to merge with Asda, but it's been declined by the FA.
Yeah, by the old owned by the old Walmart.
Because it was deemed to have a negative effect on punters.
Yeah.
Paying more than they do now.
Yeah, Fiat Puntos.
Yeah. And you've got to feel for them.
Yeah.
Really have. They get a tough break, those guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I watched the old snooker the other day.
No, I was busy at the weekend.
Oh, Gary Wilson.
Yeah.
Gary Wilson.
Who's Gary?
He used to be a taxi
Is
driver.
it Geordie?
Oh, is he?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he the dude that beat the wizard, the rocket?
He was,
No, that was,
James Cahill,
Cahill.
the rookie.
The amateur.
Amateur, yeah.
Yeah. Why isn't he on here if he's an amateur?
Well, he'll be swarming with women now.
Yeah.
Future sports star.
Batting them
Well,
off.
Squirtle's still here, so
Yeah.
He's giving the evils.
yeah.
He's looking very cosy in that little
He is, yeah.
snack.
Bless him. But yeah, I saw, in regards to the snooker, I saw someone put a thread on John Higgins.
Mm.
When he
Is
was
that to make him look like a puppet?
Yes. When he was playing, who was he playing? I can't think of his name.
Alan Bobson.
It was the
Bobson
round
Double.
before last. I can't think of who he was playing. But he
Round before the final,
yeah,
Dave Gilbert.
Dave Gilbert. That's the one. The round before that, he played Neil Robertson.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And in that game, he was fantastic. But there was a session in the Gilbert game where he was all over the place.
Mm.
Literally, he was missing, like, shots a snooker player would pop with their eyes closed.
Mm.
And the guy on Twitter was basically alluding to the fact that this could be one of John Higgins's match fixing sort of things,
yeah.
because he'd been caught match fixing
Yeah.
in the past.
Because not everyone's fully on board with him
No,
still playing snooker professionally, even to this day.
because he was caught. He was caught and was
And Stephen Lee, who was his cohort, which didn't have as much to do with the operation, but got the harsher
he got
punishment.
the harsher punishment. Yeah, is he still banned now?
I think he got like a 10, 12-year ban, and I think
Higgins
sometime around this next year he's allowed to.
Yeah, and Higgins got a much leaner.
Was it? I want to say 18 months or something crazy like that.
Yeah, much more lenient
Yeah.
sentence.
Because he was the bigger box office draw, wasn't he, at the time?
Yeah. Yeah, and you just saw some of the shots that he was making, or not making, the decisions he was making, and it kind of, this doesn't sit right. Going back from playing amazingly well against Neil Robertson to playing like this against Dave Gilbert.
He's a
does make
strange
you
player.
wonder.
He's had a very poor season.
Yeah,
Come to the World Finals in no form and
No.
still reached the final.
yeah, and then obviously
He's reached the last 3 finals and lost them all to
Yeah.
different players. It's just...
it makes you wonder because a lot of people don't see snooker as being that sort of sport.
It's
Well,
happened a few times. Wasn't it a trio of players last year that got caught out?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, all it takes is someone in his ear to if you're gonna fourth frame. I don't want you to go above 50 in terms of breaks, or I want you to make X amount of foul shots.
Yeah.
It can happen.
There was one, I think his name was Sam Bird, and he got involved with 2 Chinese players. Because I think the Chinese betting market is just...
Oh, it's unbelievable.
It's a behemoth at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, because you've got the likes of Ding Junhui and is it Marco Fu, I think, and
Yeah.
and somebody else. Can't think of his name.
I mean,
but it's
there's a lot of breakthrough stars from China,
Yeah.
but the betting market over there is ginormous.
Yep.
And I think they tried to tap into it and fiddle the books a little bit. And they all got caught, all 3
of course,
of them.
yeah.
But it goes to show how much of it probably gets unnoticed.
Brushed under the carpet, because snooker's not, minus the World Championships at the Crucible, not a lot of people. Well, I might have been quite ignorant here, but I don't think a lot of people watch snooker.
You've got the Masters at Ali Pali, which gets a big crowd because it's Ronnie's hometown.
Yeah,
The UK Championships, which I think is in York,
Near
Barbican.
Christmas.
Barbican, yes.
Yeah, that's your Triple Crown there. But the other events, like there's the German Masters and the China Open and the
Yeah,
Latvia Open, that just... If you're on Eurosport at 3 in the morning, you'll probably catch a game.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, catch a break.
You can kind of see why.
big break.
Bring it back.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please do. John Virgil and Jim Davidson.
Oh,
Brilliant. That was Saturday night right there. Love a bit of big break. But you can see why I think a lot of people, well, people in general, just sort of tap into that market to say, it's sort of a, I mean, no disrespect, but like a lesser sport.
yeah. It's not really seen as a sport at all by many people.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not. I mean, some people would say darts is not a sport.
Like me.
Some people
But
would
there's
say
still, I think
golf's
anything,
not a sport.
anything with
Golf's just
competition,
boring.
It's each to their own, isn't it? I mean,
anything with competition, I'd say.
I don't personally like tennis. I don't watch tennis. I can't watch tennis. I find it boring. I would much rather, and this sounds stupid, watch people play golf or darts or even snooker for that matter than play tennis. I just don't. But it's each to their own again.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it was just weird to see in regards to John Higgins how it can easily be construed as to match fixing because he has that past.
Yeah.
You know, he has that stigma against him.
And it's still, even to this day, held against him by people that just think
and you would.
It's not an honest profession by a man that's done that.
And you would kind of have a sort of a lesser opinion of him if you're coming up against him. You know, it's like in terms of athletics with Justin Gatlin. You know, he's been caught.
Was it the drugs thing? Yeah.
If you were in a final against Justin Gatlin or you lost to Justin Gatlin, you would have a right to feel a bit aggrieved about it and to say, well, you know, you've been done before. What's to say you're not doing it?
Yeah, it's cheating.
Not doing it again. It is cheating. It is. But I guess that can happen in any sport. I mean,
and does.
Baseball. I mean, baseball no different.
No. What was the chap last year? Yeah, Mariners.
Giancarlo Stanton, was it?
No.
Robinson
Cano.
Got a 3-day ban or something.
80 games, wasn't it?
80 game ban.
Yeah, for season.
Wow. Alex Hales, the England cricketer, has just got a 21-day ban for taking a
recreational drug.
To Skegness.
I can't deny or refute those allegations.
What's your view on that then, Mr. Amar? Because you're
taking women's Skegness.
What would you ever do?
I could not deny or refute that proof.
In terms of what has gone on with Alex Hales, because you're more in the know than us. I would argue
it's a second offence.
Okay.
So
of this particular of doing what he's been.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to me, that deserves a quite lengthy ban.
Because you'd say that you've not learned from before.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, the first. Since being a cricket fan, the first person that I know that was banned for drugs was banned for a similar offence, but for a year.
Okay.
And that was back in about 98, 97, 98.
You're talking 20 years ago.
Yeah. So the fact that it's become more lenient, the sentence doesn't seem to strike right for me.
Did he take like cannabis or something?
I don't know what it was.
I don't know. Because recreational, you would say that it's...
Yeah.
I would lean more to the fact that it's...
Some powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Yeah, still. I mean, being in not circles, you kind of hear rumours about players and stuff.
Yeah.
And what I've heard about Hales isn't exactly great.
No.
But yeah, if you break the rules, then you should be punished for it.
Well, yeah, I mean, in terms of that, I mean, you had the whole the ball tampering scandal with Australia and South Africa.
Yeah.
I think it was last year.
Yeah.
I think it was Steve Smith, was it David Warner and Cameron Bancroft?
Yeah.
They were all banned from international cricket.
Yeah, well, from domestic cricket as well.
Domestic cricket, they could still play...
In Canada, yeah.
They could still play cricket, just not in their...
Not in Australia.
Not in Australia.
Yeah.
Were they still part of the Indian Big Bash thing?
The Indian Premier League.
Indian Premier League.
What did I say?
There is a big
the
bash.
Australian one.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a big bash, yeah.
Keep up, David.
But yeah, they could still play cricket. It wasn't a full ban, which to me makes a mockery of it. Because if you ban somebody from playing, you ban them from playing. You don't.
To be fair, it was only the Canadians that let them play during that time.
Right.
So
couldn't they play in?
They could play in the IPL, but but nobody wants to. I mean, Cameron Bancroft's now playing for Durham.
So
but that's after his ban.
I'm sure Steve Smith signed for somebody. Or was it?
No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. Okay, I must have misread that. But yeah, it just makes a mockery of it, really.
Yeah.
Because that was, when it all came out, that was a proper uproar.
Yeah.
With the whole sort of little sandpaper and little, what he was doing to try and tamper the ball.
Yeah.
It was quite quite a big thing, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
You know. Yeah, it's prevalent in all sports, really.
Mm.
You know.
So I've done some more digging into this apparent the racist Cubs fan.
Okay.
Because when I first looked at the story earlier at work, it said a Cubs fan had been ejected. Well, not ejected from the game, but seen on live TV performing a racist gesture behind Doug Glanville. He was a former Cubs player who now works as a on-field reporter.
Right.
Okay.
So he's on live TV and there's a fan behind him. So I didn't say what the gesture was.
Okay.
Just said it had been seen on camera. He's been given a lifetime ban from Wrigley Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Or Wrigley Field.
Yep. Yep.
Now they've updated the this is BBC article. So the gesture is this.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Basically, the OK symbol that people would use.
Now apparently, and I don't know anything about this,
Yeah.
it's been adopted by white supremacy groups to whatever. As like a racist derogatory sign. I don't know anything about it.
Could it be an American thing?
It could. I don't know anything. I don't know where the history of this comes from. I know it from if you do it below your waist. Remember that game you used to play? Yeah. You know. So if you catch someone looking at it,
I was just thinking of the Everton ball boy that did that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
'Cause,
Well, recently,
it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But a thing came up about the Liverpool game the other day in that really quick corner. Apparently that was inspired by a ball boy that got the ball quickly. And then it's like, oh, we'll have a Liverpudlian ball boys. And that is just what popped into my mind.
so you went on a YouTube tangent watching Ball Boys.
No, it was while I've been here.
So yeah, I don't know why or how this has been known to mean that, but
See,
when I was a kid at school, and even now, like you do the OK sign below your waist. If you catch someone looking, you get to hit them.
Did he do it that way though?
So I've got a picture of it.
Okay.
So this is the footage. So I'm showing the other two boys. It's basically Doug Glanville talking on TV, and the guy behind him is doing the OK symbol right next to him, behind him. But it's not below his waist, but it's there. I don't know if this game translates to America, I don't know if they play it. I can't quite figure out why that. But the report from the Cubs president, Theo Epstein, says the incident was truly disgusting and told reporters on Wednesday that the person would never be welcomed back to Wrigley Field. And that's it. And he goes on to talk about how it is unclear how the inverted OK became associated with white power. The symbol apparently became an online hoax before it was adopted by far-right sympathisers. Strange word. And then some Trump supporters to go to liberals. Strange article at the end there. I don't know where it went with that one, but no one really knows why it means that. I've never seen it used that.
How does that? I just don't. I don't get it.
So so it's not quite okay as in you're holding it up with your fingers pointing upwards.
Yeah, I mean that to me
more
is okay.
Your fingers are pointing down.
No.
Now that apparently is.
Does that mean all scuba divers are racist?
It could be.
Yeah.
Do they do that?
Yeah, underwater, isn't it?
I don't know.
But they're doing it upside.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm slurring all scuba divers.
It's a strange.
It's a strange one. It's a difficult one because. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
I think on the lighter note, we should move on.
I just quickly, can we talk about?
No.
It's similar news story. Danny Bacon.
Okay, do what you want.
Former DJ of 5 Live.
Was he? Is that what he was?
I think
He got
so.
sacked.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't actually play records on 5 Live, so they can't be a DJ. So
Presenter rather. You're right.
Speaker on air.
Yeah.
I thought he was some
Radio
kind of
host.
writer for movies. I didn't know he was a radio.
He could be. I'm not sure.
I know he's a writer, isn't he? He writes
He's
stuff
done
all the
lots of
time.
He did work for BBC.
Yeah.
The Beeb.
Apparently he's... Well, what's he done first? We'll talk about that.
So basically, a little known story that, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had a child yesterday.
The Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
I do apologise.
Prince who?
Your Highness, I do apologise.
Prince Barry.
Along with thousands of other women yesterday that that could give birth, the most important one was Meghan Markle, of course.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You know,
Ex-actress from
Yeah.
whatever show she was on.
Suits, I believe.
Was it Suits?
Suits,
it's
yeah.
like-
I've never watched it,
Suits
so I
you.
don't know.
I've
Suits
watched
you,
quite,
sir.
quite watched a bit of it.
Suits you, I bet you did.
Yeah, I mean, it started off okay, but then the more series it goes on, it's like, we've run out of ideas, so we've got to go and make it a bit.
It sort of run its course a little bit.
Yeah, after about 2 series.
Okay, it's not good.
Could
say Game of Thrones
has done the same.
Oh.
Anyway,
Don't like Game of Thrones. So.
yeah. So what's he done? Well, what's happened?
Well, obviously, they had a son, Archie.
Someone on Twitter, just
After-
quickly.
Joffrey Archer, the Sussex cricketer, Archie, Duke of Sussex.
Okay, I thought it was from the character from Riverdale.
Okay. We've both got theories.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just thought
And mine's
the first
right,
one.
because mine's got a link with Sussex.
But mine's from Riverdale.
Yeah. Yours is for
Dale.
a beautiful son.
Begins with D. So does Diana. Diana is Harry's mum. I mean, you do the maths, right? If you're a teacher.
Yeah, but I don't do maths.
Yeah, just quick. There was someone on Twitter, and I didn't know the baby's name at this point. I didn't even know it had been born.
Clive.
And they put
How did you not know
this tweet was literally, I cannot believe they called the baby Gary. And up until today, I thought that's what they called him. I was like, what are they doing?
I thought he was going to call it after his dad,
Dodie.
James
Oh.
James Hewitt. James Hewitt II.
Dodie are fired.
So yeah,
Helps
Danny
you,
Baker. He when
Allegedly.
he found out that they'd given birth to a boy, he posted a picture on, was it Twitter? I do believe.
Who did,
Danny
sorry?
Baker. Was
Oh,
it?
yeah.
He posted it on his
yeah.
Twitter of a posh couple with a very poshly dressed chimpanzee,
Yeah.
and then he posted it with the caption, "The royal baby has arrived."
Royal
or
baby's
something.
arrived, yeah. And
Apparently, because he gave a slight interview,
it was like a
earlier
doorstep
today.
interview.
Yeah, and he said
It's
it.
hounded by reporters.
Yeah, and he said the actual post had been on for like 8 minutes before somebody had like mentioned it. Obviously, he like took it down, but at that point, if you put something online, you cannot erase everything. It'll
No, you
always
can't.
leave a footprint, so
Yeah,
somebody will always find it.
Will Smith or Tommy Lee Jones.
Correct.
But we're talking
Allegedly.
We're talking
I
about
haven't seen
Danny
him do
Baker.
it. No.
Yeah. So he's been sacked by the BBC.
Yeah.
Whatever job he had, we can't really remember.
No, but he no
Right,
longer has a
so
job.
radio
He's been sacked a couple of times from BBC, I think twice now.
Well, the question is, why do they keep re-employing him?
Because he's a clever man. He's a very witty man and he writes good stuff. But he comes with a tag of being of that age and of that comedic mentality.
Yeah, but
He's
he
not
always,
going to toe the line.
he did
And the
say
BBC is the wrong place to work for if you
Yeah.
want to do that.
he did say in that doorstep interview that even it, and these were his words, even if it had been Jacob Rees-Mogg had had a baby,
Boris Johnson, I think he said.
he would have had
Yeah.
exactly the same picture
Yeah.
with exactly the same
Yeah.
caption, but it just so happens to be that Meghan Markle is. I don't know what to. You can't use any sort of conversation.
She's a
now.
person of colour, shall we say.
Well, yeah. I mean, are you even allowed to say that?
Well,
So
because he said it's to do with rich circus people, their
Yeah.
animals or something.
something like that.
And
Yeah.
I didn't really understand that.
No,
But
but a lot of people would
that
argue
was his defence. And-
yeah, a lot of people would argue that he's trying to backtrack and trying to.
But then are people reaching too far to controversy on this one? I don't. It's just because it's the royal family.
Yeah,
I mean, BBC are their favourite customers, aren't they?
I saw a picture of, I don't know who posted it on Twitter, but the royal baby was a little baby of colour
Mm.
with a big ginger afro. You know, and what's the difference,
Yeah.
really? I mean, I get that it can be quite insensitive. I get that.
Yeah.
You know,
But it's such a protected subject that you can't.
oh, you can't.
You need to be brave enough as it is, and that's without working for the BBC.
Yeah.
It just reminded me of a tweet. Not a tweet on your Facebook on this day.
Mm.
There was one a couple of years ago when Kate had just dropped. Kate Middleton, not any
Yep.
old Kate, and
Don't accuse her of
The
dropping
Duchess
the
of
baby.
Cambridge, I think.
She was dropped
She was dropped.
from a record label.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not enough sales.
Kate and the Whisperers was a band name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we
I was
move on?
talking language.
Shit.
And it was some report or some news story that was like, so Kate Middleton is now off maternity leave.
Okay.
And I thought, well, she doesn't fucking work, does she? It's just...
Right.
Oh,
I didn't obviously say that,
it went through your head.
but I did also say it.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Moving
For everyone
on
to see.
to
But don't quote me on that.
I've got
food
another thing to come back
and
to after Rami.
baseball. Got 2 food and baseball related stories.
Right.
Okay.
Dodgers fan last week.
Yes.
Nachos
Yes.
guy.
No, not the Nachos guy. That's
The other one.
You ruin it for the
Oh.
listeners.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
I kind of know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
He,
He's just got his fries, all nice and in just about to sit down.
Presentable.
Yeah, and foul ball comes his way. Right, I'm having that.
Mm.
Drops the foul ball and the fries.
Oh.
So he goes to get some more food, gets a pizza. Foul ball comes his way. He drops the foul ball and the pizza, and he's doubly gutted.
see, at that
Yeah.
point, I'd probably go home.
I'll
Yeah.
go home.
Yeah,
I think, you know what? I've had enough now.
yeah.
I've not got any foul balls. Not got any food.
No.
We're losing.
Although 5 seconds wrong on this thing. It's like, what's the problem?
Well,
Yeah. Well, it depends if it's like a pizza can make a mess. But that lands upside down.
Mm.
Chips can go everywhere.
We can.
You have to think about these things.
Yeah. But there you go. But he's a Dodgers fan, so was it?
And what was the other story?
It's Jesse Winker.
Is this the one about the fries and the pizza?
No.
No.
the nachos.
Nachos. So apparently he goes to up to fan after catching a pop up in foul territory off the bat of Atlanta Braves right fielder Nick Marky.
You got it.
Marky Mark.
Makakis?
Yeah, in the 6th inning.
Hockey
It's
mark.
easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
I'm fine with that.
So apparently goes in and helps himself to some nachos, but
So what was the guy's name again?
Jesse Winker.
Jesse
There's
Winker.
no way that's real.
It is real, and apparently he's quite named for a bit of controversy. I think.
Wait, who's this again? Is this a player?
This is a player
Okay.
from
Who
the
does he play for?
Cincinnati Reds.
Reds. Okay.
Yeah, he's 1.91 meters tall. He scored 14 home runs.
For a
25 metres long, though, isn't it?
yeah.
The blue whale.
Apparently, according to MLB.com, he's on the verge of a big season this year.
Okay.
So
Is
look out for that name.
Mm. What's his name again?
I don't know.
Jesse.
Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah, but something like that. Yeah.
Close friend of Walter White.
Apparently, Mets fans got some revenge on him because he tried them all series or something.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then he was ejected from the game 8 days ago.
Was he? What for?
And it goes crazy in final act in series at Metsville. Oh, it must be the same thing as the Mets thing. I don't know. I can't be bothered to read.
I think that's fantastic.
Some heavy duty
Yeah.
research occurring
Yeah.
out here.
Oh, it's from the New York Post, so it's a reputable source.
Yeah.
Going back to what we were saying before regarding tweets, did you hear this week that
No.
Leicester City midfielder Hamza Chowdhury, I think he's something like, I think he's 20,
It's 21.
21.
Yeah.
The FA, so the governing body of football, have charged him with tweets that he made in 2014.
Yeah, it was 15.
14 and 15 years old, and they've charged him with tweets regarding to that.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think it's absolutely ridiculous
Yeah.
that the FA deems it appropriate to dig in someone's past when they're a child
Yeah.
and then basically make the assumption that because they said something that they were 15,
Yeah.
they still hold that view now at 21, 22, whatever he is.
Because did you...
And then what, they fined him? Have they-
I don't actually know. They've charged him. I'm not sure what the
yeah,
actual what they've
yeah,
actually
could
done.
be. I don't think they said what they've done.
But did you, going back to that, did you see what before Phil Neville was appointed the England women's
Yeah, I know where this is going.
manager, did you see the tweets that he put?
Not very fond of women, was
Not
he?
very, no. And the FA have just not charged him, not done anything.
Isn't it crazy that he's been a footballer and a pundit for X amount of years?
Yeah.
An ex-manager of a football team or ex-assistant at Valencia.
Valencia, with his brother, yeah.
And yeah, only now when he becomes whatever, but was it manager of the women's football national
They
team?
seem to find these tweets. I mean,
I'm going to put some serious wedge on the fact that the person that did the digging was a woman. Not because what he's done is defensible, because it isn't.
No, it's not. You
but
shouldn't.
why now? Is what
Exactly.
I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Why now?
Exactly. But he didn't get any sort of
he
charge.
didn't,
He didn't get any sort of repercussions. Whereas Hamza Chowdhury has been charged. I'm not sure what the actual what the punishment is.
Because there was a similar story very close to that. There was an Emmerdale actress.
Yes, she was sacked, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I can't think of her name.
No, but she was a part-time bit part of Emmerdale.
Yeah.
And then was finally given a permanent contract in April, I think it was. And then immediately sacked.
Yeah.
Because some tweets were dug up from when she was 17, saying some bits and pieces. And it's like...
I'll tell you what, just don't go on my Facebook.
It's just crazy. Absolutely
We've
crazy.
all put stuff like that.
I mean,
We've all put something that will offend somebody else.
Let's judge someone on what they've tweeted like a few weeks ago or last week.
Tell me you've put nothing?
Yeah.
No one's squeaky clean.
Although... Yeah.
I don't mean in terms of derogatory. I mean somebody will find offence to anything.
Someone will deem something you've said
Somebody will deem
inappropriate based on the current sensitive climate.
I'm blocked by Hampshire County Cricket Club.
So there you go.
I'm blocked by
you've put.
I'm blocked by Sue Perkins.
Sorry?
I'm blocked by Sue Perkins.
Yeah.
Because she was known to stir up controversy about things that our gender has done. And I was like, oh, here comes the Daily Sue Perkins shitpost then. And immediately chucked on the block
the
pile.
block blocking. Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm going to be blocked by Sue Perkins. I've got nothing against Sue Perkins.
I've got nothing. It's just in fact, no, I don't like her at all.
I've got nothing against it. No, I just don't like
No,
it.
that was before. I just don't find her that amusing. Double acting, she.
Mel and Sue. There you go.
Mel was a funny one. Say it now.
Yeah, I just think it's you're sort of wading into dark territory when you do
And
something.
with Chowdhury, let's judge him on something he's tweeted last week.
Yeah, or something a year ago.
You would never find offensive tweets of anything that I said when I was 15.
Let's look at Alex Ferguson when he was 15.
That's because Twitter wasn't invented when you were 15, Mr. Ramesh.
Yeah, and even when I was 15, you wouldn't have got any.
Bill Gates was still in preschool.
Mm. I mean, I've put some really bad jokes on Facebook years ago. Really, really bad jokes. That I look back now and think, you know what?
Yeah.
We shouldn't have done that.
I have always been quite conscious of what I've put on.
It's a very, very sensitive time it would have been. Hence why I've made my Twitter private.
It's
one of the main reasons. Yeah. Because A, you run the risk of whatever employment that you're in. Because it has been known, you know those strange Facebook requests you get of people that you don't know?
They are to do with work.
Yeah, it's been known, like a lot of airline companies set up fake profiles to add their staff and see what's really being said.
Yeah, really?
And they have, and it has, I can't recall the story, but people have been laid off.
Wow.
Well, there was one where it was there was some girl on Twitter a couple of years ago that tweeted basically, oh, I hate my job. I think it was some kind of subway job.
Yeah.
My boss is a dick and all this. And boss, of course, was on Twitter. Her profile was public.
Yeah.
He got straight to it and replied, well, I'll tell you what, then don't bother coming in tomorrow if you don't like your job that much.
Don't come into work, I'll send you P45.
So, I mean, you run the risk all the time.
You do, yeah. Like I say, it's such a touchy era we live in.
Very.
You know, you literally have to think and think again before you even open your mouth.
And it's crazy that comedians like Frankie Boyle are still allowed to thrive on his comedy act, which he's been pushing and making money off for years.
Yeah.
It's got a BBC Two show.
Mm.
Can you imagine Bernard Manning around it nowadays?
He was just shit.
Yeah, some good jokes.
I'm sorry, I love Bernard Manning. And I don't.
I found his delivery a lot fun, sometimes funny in his jokes.
Yeah.
Still really gruff.
Yeah.
Like, that made me laugh before he even got to the punchline.
Yeah.
One of those guys.
I mean, Jim Davidson.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you just can't do it anymore.
No, it's a shame.
It is. Well, you know,
I mean, you always heard only comedy is not what it used to be.
it's not. It is.
And sometimes, I find myself thinking, what's the next big comedian?
Yeah, but eras change, you know,
Mm.
thought processes change, mindset changes, attitude changes.
Mm.
And there is still some people
Things
who,
that were deemed
yeah,
free game to make jokes out of
yeah.
10 years ago, 20 years ago. I mean, there was like Louis C.K. was doing 9/11 jokes, which as an American comedian is like
That's it's a minefield.
no.
Yeah, be careful where you go with that one.
I think luckily it was already that level of status back then that it was sort of
Untouchable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Up until his sexual misconduct, shall we say.
Yeah. Yeah,
That was a step too far.
I agree. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a sort of, it is a minefield area. If you decide to go in there, then do so at your own risk.
Yeah, be very careful.
It can come back to
Be
haunt.
very,
everyone
very
else.
careful.
Come back to haunt people before.
Because there was do you remember was it the Super Bowl halftime show? I think-
Last year.
Yeah. Or whenever it's held. Might be. Is it last year? I think the last one that's been.
February.
So we're doing this year.
February, is it?
Yeah.
So it was Maroon 5.
Yes.
And it was around the time when the is it Capelli? The NFL star that kneeled?
Colin Kaepernick.
Kaepernick, that's the one. God, miles away.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick.
And it was around that time when he'd been laid off from his team, I think it was.
The San Francisco 49ers.
And so there's a big uproar about sort of equality in sport.
very.
And obviously Trump being president always rubs people the wrong way. And Maroon 5 were expected to come out, because a lot of musicians of colour had turned down this particular halftime show. I think, what's the face? The Nicki Minaj had said no.
Nicki Minaj, yeah.
I think Rihanna had said no, and Beyonce had said no, whatever.
Which, to turn down the halftime Super Bowl it's a big thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably one of the most watched sporting events in the world.
And you don't make any money off the show, but what happens is any songs that you sing is obviously then recorded as a video, and then every time the video is played, every song is receiving royalties.
Yeah, of course.
So the more songs you get in your set, the more money you'll make as a band.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win. You're not going to make any money directly,
But you will make money
for years to come.
Of course,
yeah. And so Maroon 5 were expected to come out and do this really politically charged show and really make a statement for the people. And they chose, very wisely, to stay out of it and just sing some songs.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't go into that sort of...
Maroon 5 songs.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not perfect. But good for them for being like, you know what, we're a band.
I make music. I'm not here to,
And if you're a band with songs like Moves Like Jagger, chances are you're not going to be like, this song's for the people. We need an uprising against the government.
Be like Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Well, I think you put a post on Twitter a few months ago. Can you name any other member of Maroon 5 apart from Adam Levine?
Chad Wibley.
No, not a clue.
No. And there's
Not
6 of
a
them.
clue. Yeah, there's 6.
Same for Coldplay though, isn't it?
I used to be able to name all of them.
I know 2.
Probably said the names, I'd be like, yeah, because that's what I do.
Obviously, they're Chris Martin, world champion.
That's
That's all I know.
Yeah.
A bit like Boyzone. Yeah, you know Stephen Gately, don't you?
Keith Duffy.
Ronan Keating.
Yeah. Shane McGuigan.
Yeah,
Shane
Paddy
something.
McFlynn.
Shane McGuigan.
Yes. Pat McGroin.
Oh, he's good, he was.
Oh dear.
Very sensitive man.
Yeah. What do you like? What are you like?
So, are we both excited for the Eurovision Song Contest in a week and a half?
Is it a week and a half, is it?
It's less than a week and a half.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, it is.
8 days, 8 days.
9 days.
Well, it's on a Saturday.
Next week. It's Thursday today.
Yeah. So it'll be Friday tomorrow, which is
1 day.
which is 8 days before the following Saturday.
Oh, so it counts from tomorrow.
It's counted from tomorrow.
Okay.
What?
8 days.
Who are the UK's...
Michael Rice, I think his name is.
Who?
He's some guy.
Some guy. Don't know.
Radio 2 have had him on a couple of
I
times.
don't know if this is radio.
Michael Rice.
His song is very cliche pop. It sounds a lot like a song from
Maroon 5.
no, what's that musical film that's been and gone?
Horrible Showman.
Great show.
Possibly, yeah. I might think of someone else actually.
La La La.
Those kind of songs,
La La
those style,
La La Land.
La La.
uplifting,
La 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 La.
uplifting, big power pop
Yeah.
songs.
But isn't that the sort of thing that wins you Eurovision, though?
Weird wins in Eurovision.
Mamma
Yeah,
Mia too.
Lordy.
Very, yeah.
Lordy.
Good Lordy.
What's her face last year? The Israeli Cheap Sheep song.
Uh,
There was the bearded lady,
Yeah.
Conchita Wurst.
Conchita Wurst.
Weird wins in Eurovision.
Yeah.
And yet we entered, was it Fast Food Rockers one year and didn't do a thing. So,
Was Gemini one of them as well?
Gemini got nil point, didn't they?
No, wow.
Didn't Blue do it or something? Rocks?
I mean, the sort of thing with Eurovision is you kind of expect a few points from your neighbours.
We used to, didn't we?
Because Spain will always get points off Portugal and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get points off our near neighbours, Australia.
Yeah.
How are they in the
Highly
Eurovision
decorated
Song
European
Contest?
nation.
Yeah.
How are they in the Eurovision Song Contest, but by the way?
Same in Israel, really.
Please enlighten us. I don't know.
It's,
See, I didn't even know it was going to be on, to be fair. I didn't know when it was on.
yeah, 17th of May.
That's a Friday, then.
Saturday. Or it might be 18th.
18th is,
Yeah,
a,
there we go,
18th is
yeah.
a Saturday. Ramaz, what are you doing?
I don't know.
He's not with it tonight.
Looking very sheepish.
Yeah. It's a Santetti, and I think it's probably 3% above his limit.
It's brought out the schoolboy in you.
Yeah.
I'm just so tired this week, it's unbelievable.
What have you been doing this week?
I went down to Brighton at the weekend, didn't get back to
I said this week, damn it!
this week. I didn't get back to 3:30 Tuesday morning.
You'll be asleep if you keep whacking that in front of you.
Yeah.
like a pendulum.
Stop it, David.
Oh, young man.
Young man. Yeah.
What are your boys' planned for the weekend?
I'm off to a casino night on Saturday.
Okay.
Casino night? Well, that's
Not a big event, it's just its own house.
Okay.
We got the poker out and
Oh, I've not played poker in ages.
the chips and the roulette table and all that shenanigans. So.
Is it the whiskey in the front room and the poker in the back?
Whatever do you mean?
I don't know.
And then Sunday is
A day of
a
rest.
day
Recuperation.
of seeing my esteemed mother.
How is your mother?
Fine, yeah. Good stuff. What about you? What do you?
I'm playing cricket on the Saturday and then reporting on the cricket on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And yourself, Mr. B?
Work.
Both days.
Work Saturday, work Sunday. I'm working for the next 4 weekends in a row.
Nice.
Yeah, somebody hates me.
The wider.
It might be the fact that I've asked for a transfer.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Are we willing to share this controversy online?
Yeah, there's a new store opening in Mansfield Woodhouse.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Pegs DIY, what used to be the Pegs DIY.
A lot closer to
Yeah,
where
literally
you live now, isn't it?
3/4 of a mile from my house. So,
Number 16 Edward Street,
what's that?
where you live.
I don't know.
What the hell are you on about?
He's not with it, is he? He's where did that come from?
Fuck is this man been smoking for a gaming?
Can I have a bit? Text me to work tomorrow.
Ah,
You on the old Wactoria Bactoria?
I do not touch any
Funny facts.
performance
For a
enhancing.
bit of Pat Cash.
they don't enhance any kind of performance.
Dopas Mopas, por favor. All those taken from This Is England. There's a funny scene where
Dopas, mopas.
there's a funny scene where two guys are trying to buy drugs, and the connotations they use are just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
I have been watching a lot of Line of Duty.
A lot of people have, you know.
Yeah, I've heard that's brilliant.
Yeah.
You enjoying it so far?
Yeah.
There's a BBC podcast related to it.
Okay. Yeah, but that's not the Bullpen podcast, though, is it? So it's not worth listening to.
It's actually garbage. I've not listened to it,
No.
but
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume.
Well, I think if you think too much into these things, then you just kind of wasting your time. And then
Yeah.
Would you recommend Lyle do it?
I would do, yeah.
Yeah. What season are you in? How many seasons is it?
There's 5, I think.
5
Jeez, I've only just heard of it.
Yeah. And I'm into 3 at the moment. It's pretty good.
Would you say
What are their names?
Stuff it, David.
And the other two.
He can't even think of his own name. Like anybody else's.
It's Alan McGregor.
Well, the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Scotland goalkeeper.
Yeah. Yeah, it's by the same person that did Bodyguard that was on recently.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got some of the same actors in. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to do a big spoiler then.
Please don't.
No.
No.
For anybody who might be listening,
Yeah.
you don't know if you are listening, but
No
in case you
spoilers,
are,
please.
It's got Keely Hawes in.
I was going to say she was in.
Yeah.
But yeah,
she was in Bodyguard. and,
Vicky McClure as well.
she was in
Uh,
She was in Bodyguard.
She's in it as well. She's in Line of Duty.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's from Nottingham.
She is from Nottingham.
She was on Radio 2 last week.
Yeah.
Doing a spotted talking.
Good for her.
She's a very good actress.
Yeah, no, she's alright.
Very
No,
good
not
actress.
bad. Overrated, that's
Yeah,
me.
sick of it. And Gina Mickey, is it? The one that was in some
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it. She's in that and the Bodyguard.
Hmm.
Some really good performances.
Bless you.
That's me.
Bless you, my child.
Wow.
I've got something exciting planned for the next coming months.
Okay.
Yadar and his partner are frequenting the St James's Park Stadium tour.
Are you really?
First time, yeah.
Brilliant.
What are you going to Exeter for?
I'm just going to look about.
There's
I
only
was
one
on
at
that part
St
of the
James
country.
Park.
You're going to go to the cathedral?
No.
Exeter Cathedral.
It's not. It's against everything, I believe.
Is it? What really odd buildings?
As a man of the cloth.
Yes, I've never done it before.
No?
Very excited to go. Booked
You've
it
never done the
in a few
tour?
weeks. I thought you had because I've seen.
No, I've never done the
pictures
tour.
of you. Oh,
No, I've done the actual, obviously to matches, but never
Yeah.
the actual stadium tour itself, no.
apparently it's about an hour and a half or something. You
Mm.
can get a look about pretty much everywhere.
I mean, you won't spend much time in the trophy room.
No, it's not a big room.
No.
It's, I mean, the pantry of Bullpen Kitchen number 5 is
A lot bigger.
5 times bigger than
Yeah.
Mm.
The sugar cabinet is 15 times bigger.
the marble cabinet,
Yeah.
full of marbles. Not made of marble.
So is your lovely girlfriend a supporter of Newcastle?
No,
No?
not at all.
You're hoping to convert?
It was bought to me by her for Christmas. One of those Virgin Experience things.
Alright.
And I've just finally cashed it in.
Is it because you get to have a quadruple bacon double? You have bacon quadruple burger in the Burger King in Newcastle.
I could try, yeah.
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 I've had one.
Any
Have
good?
you?
Yeah.
Would you recommend the bacon quadruple?
Yeah. I would do.
Which part of the meat's quadrupled?
The burger bit.
So one bacon,
Yeah.
4 burgers.
Yeah.
2 buns.
Yes.
Any relish?
Gotta have some relish.
I think it's just.
Burger
I
relish.
don't think,
Burger,
I don't
burger
think
sauce.
there is actually any in there.
There's no relish.
Dry.
No.
It's a dry burger.
Well, the meat is nice and juicy.
Dry
Some
as in-
sauce, I don't.
Yeah.
You do.
No.
Yes, you do.
You need some flavour.
It's going to get stuck in your
It's in
gullet.
the burger. If there's no flavour in the burger, then there's absolutely no reason to have
Well, there can be flavour in the burger and flavour on top of that.
No.
Well, the bun's really dry. You need something to ease it in.
The roll is not dry.
It's like with the sauce, with
The cod
sausage
is
cob.
dry.
With the sausage cob, I have red sauce. I have ketchup on the sausage cob. I have brown sauce on the bacon cob. That doesn't mean the bacon doesn't have flavour. It's another level. of
Complements the
flavour.
flavour.
Exactly.
I have
Yeah.
peppercorn sauce from the steak.
Well, egg mayonnaise is just sandwiches are just wrong
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
because it's egg in an egg sauce.
egg mayonnaise. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Don't get that at all.
Mayonnaise is made out of egg. The main ingredient of mayonnaise is
So your
egg.
beef today is with egg mayonnaise?
Yeah. And my beef is always with egg mayonnaise.
Yeah. On that note then,
On
are
that
we done? Anything else to add?
Probably not.
No?
I think Ravish just wants to go home.
Anything you want to plug that you've done or are doing?
No.
Nothing you've written that you want to share with the world?
I've already shared it.
Because it might come back to haunt you in a few years.
Yeah, that's true.
The thing is,
Keep it well hidden.
we've only got 3 listeners here, and already 4 people have read what I've written. So,
You can always plug it.
no, I don't want to.
Well, I'm at TBoultby on Twitter. For the shameless plug there.
Yeah. Ramage, where you at? You still with us?
Yeah, I'm at famous.
In body. With us in body, not in
I'm,
spirit.
I'm famous Strauss.
Frog Drop Pod
Yeah,
Oh.
on the old Twitter.
because don't look at this account
Yeah.
is not advisable.
No.
No,
Not if you're a weak stomach.
especially if you're a potential employer.
For the faint-hearted.
No, definitely look at the Frog Drop podcast.
Okay. When are you going to drop a frog?
Do you know what? Here's something I will plug.
Okay.
So all the gigs we've got coming up
Yeah.
in the next couple of weeks, we keep adding to it and adding to it.
Yeah.
And then we've got the recording session.
Taking a lot of time up.
It's just, at this point now, I'm solid up until probably July.
Wow. That is just too much information.
A hearty wink to you
Wink,
too.
wink.
But it's just, I'm not going to moan and say I'm...
No, but that's what you want.
Yeah,
you
it's
want
fine.
it
You're
You're one
fun.
of these jaded rock stars now, aren't you?
It's just
like,
something that fills all my free time at the minute.
it's like the life on the road is just too much. And then
I'm sick of... I'm just away from my family all the time. Do miss my children. Whatever
All
they
eight
may be
of them.
called.
Conchita and Alex.
What you
Guess
need,
which one I
what you
need.
need to be careful of is when they knock on your door when they're 18.
Yeah. Yeah, because by that point it's too late. They get no money from me, son.
Yeah.
Maintenance.
Yeah, because you would have wasted all your earnings on
Royalties.
booze and drugs.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll in that order.
Sleep. Food. Sleep in that order.
Yeah.
It's the lifestyle of a rock and roll star.
Okay.
But it's just zero free time. I will record an episode at some point. I've got so many ideas to... The natural concept of the podcast keeps changing to more
Yeah,
something more.
what's the concept at the minute then? What?
So basically,
you focus
originally
in
it was
on?
just a 15-minute weekly thing
Yeah,
where I just find one topic to talk about in depth.
because Final Fantasy is a broad game.
Yeah, so
Very broad.
content is huge.
Yeah, there's none to choose from.
But now I think what it'll be, I've just bought myself a keyboard.
Okay.
I'm trying to learn. So I figured 15 minutes of me just mashing around on the keys, trying to make a song, while speaking about a Final Fantasy character each episode
Okay.
for like 10-15 minutes. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's my concept.
Sounds good.
But it's just finding 15 minutes
Yeah.
fucking free time to do this. But one day I'll share with the
You will
world.
get there.
Do you know one thing you can
My
make?
18 Twitter followers.
The one thing you can make is time.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And on that note,
Yeah, well, I think we're done. I'm going in.
make time.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Au revoir.
Peace.
He's not with it.
Are you saying bye to us or the listeners?
Say goodbye to everybody.
Oh dear, it's not that bad. It's not that bad a show, is it?
I don't know.
Where are I going with that shotgun ramage?
Goodbye.
Yes.
Cheerio!
See ya. God, you fucking monkeys.